It doesn't have to be difficult to get your first coaching client online. Okay. The other day, one of my clients posted, actually, a couple of days ago, she literally posted online that she got her first paying client. And I was so excited for her. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just share with you guys exactly what she did to do it. Right. And I'm going to share with you. She's a relatively new client of mine personally. And so we went through some things and I showed her some things to do to actually be able to get her first client. And I'm really excited for her. So get pen and paper. We're gonna walk through this together so you understand the basics and what you need. Because I'm gonna go to my screens here so you can see. And we're just gonna walk through this together so that you understand what is really required. So the first thing you have to understand is you have to have number one, clear communication. Okay. Now I'm gonna use Robert Kiyosaki, who is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, to really bring this point home for you. Okay. So I love his stuff because he has some great diagrams that really explain how a business should be working. Well, if you see here, the product is the smallest part of this, but the communication is the biggest part before cash flow. Okay. So the key here is that for you to have a lot of cash flow, you have to be clear in communication. And communication, you have to understand that if you're not clear, your prospect will be confused and they won't buy. Because here's the deal, write this down. Confused people do not buy. So your job, as it sounds so basic, is to be very clear in communication. Let's break down what that looks like. Number one, you have to be able to clearly define the outcome of your service to the consumer. And that means you need to lead with a picture in the mind of your prospect of what is it you actually do. And you also have to be confident in the transformation that you deliver. If you're not confident, it's going to show and you're going to struggle to get clients. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are confident. And there's ways you can do that for definitely by you serving more people. So let's get into it anyway. So when I say be clear about the outcome, I'm saying rather than saying to somebody, maybe, oh, I help women to lose weight. Okay. Losing weight is, most people want to lose weight, all right? Most people over 40 want to lose weight. Let's just say it that way, right? And so losing weight, okay, that's cool, but how much weight is that? Where is that weight coming off? How do you do that? Be more specific in the transformation. Maybe you help women to lose belly fat. Maybe you help them to be able to have more energy and have stronger fitness levels. Whatever it might be very clear in the outcome, because when you say words, it creates an image. And that image, if it's not clear enough, will not allow your person to move forward. Okay. Number two, you need to clearly define the perfect person to benefit from your service. Okay. So back to the health example, right? If you just say women, what you want to do is you want to attract people who have a need for what you offer, not a want for what you offer. And that means identifying who are the people that have a need for my what I do. Because, for example, in the same example we had, many women want to lose weight. Okay. If you're over 40, you want to lose weight, say hi. Okay. But not everybody needs to. Some want and some need. And so the ones that want to, maybe we pay $50 or so for gym access, right? And we go there regularly to lose weight. Okay. It's something, but there's others that have a need, maybe because of health reasons, maybe because they have an event coming up, maybe because they just have these, mental boundaries that have been limited to them in different ways. They know that it's part of how they look, or whatever it might be for them. It is a need. And so our job is to identify who is that woman that has the need for what I do, not a want for what I do. Okay. So create offers suited to that particular person. The other thing to understand is when you create offers, you want to create an offer it has the person in mind, right? So if it's a mom of three and, mom of three, who's your ideal client, right? And helping her to lose weight because she hasn't got the time. Well, in your offer, you want to have things in there that are enticing to her that she would want to work with you rather than the next coach. So let's just say, for example, you do things one-to-one and you make sure you meet her after the kids have gone to bed, or maybe you have this particular way of doing things that make it really short amount of time that you can put it into her day, and you have a really quick way of helping her to communicate throughout the time, what to be accountable, whatever it might be. You got to think about your prospect first and their time and their values and all the things, so you can create a really compelling offer for them so it's easy. Okay. So this is really important for you to be able to sell. Okay. Number three in communication is talk about your service or offer leading with the benefits. Okay. Now, example of this is if you are, let's say, a life coach, okay, and I have this a lot in my world, right? Life coaches, if you're there, say I, right? You might help people to overcome limited beliefs, to deal with trauma, to overcome boundaries. But those are words that a lot of coaches use and it doesn't give you a really clear picture. The other problem with that is that you're not speaking the language that they are thinking about as top of mind. For example, they are not going to bed at night saying to themselves, I need to really get rid of these limiting beliefs, or I need to really create better boundaries in my life. No, they're thinking about the pain they're going through right now and what the other side of that will look like. For example, I had a client, she's a self mastery coach, okay? And before our work together, she focused on self confidence, inner work, and self worth, all very valid, by the way. But the way it was communicated, it wasn't really landing. And so after our work together, she was able to clearly communicate the reason, the benefit of them having these things taken away from them is they have confidence to go and do the thing that they want to do, i.e., launch a new business or build their dream business or start this new ministry, whatever it might be for them. And so that took my client from coaching 9 clients, making 3K in 2 months, to making 5,000 in 2 weeks with just 3 clients. It is possible. Okay. So I wanted to make you understand that when you have communication clear, it is a massive, massive game changer. Okay. So the first thing, as I mentioned before, is your ability to communicate well. Next thing you need to be able to do is to do market research. Okay. Now, let me explain this. Okay. So I'm going to come in here a little bit so you can see my face. You can go back in and out a little bit, but I want you to see me a little bit, right? So let's go back in. So second is market research. What do I mean by market research? I I need you to understand this. For you to generate clients and get clients online, you want to really speak the language of your avatar. And the best way to do that is to actually sit down and have a conversation. Here's something else to write down. Conversations lead to cash. Now, with the rise of robots and the rise of AI, many are tempted to not do that and just put it into AI and get market research content from there, which if you want to do that, that's cool. But here's the thing. How many people are you actually speaking to get that conversation across? If you get people on the phone and have a conversation and talk to them, the people that you actually are your ideal client avatars, you get, number one, not just a robot's general picture, but you get them right there in front of you to understand the clear pain points, to hear their tonality, to understand, what life also comes with the problem that they're having. So you can be able to really clearly communicate to them what it is that you can do. And not only that, you can also communicate to them, you can also understand, how you can create a program that really is tailored towards the pain points of your avatar. So I really teach market research as a tool and I won't stop teaching it because it's really, really useful. But the key thing about this is, number one, you're going to really understand the words your people are saying to you from their own mouths, okay, which will stick in your mind better than what a robot will put out for you. And number two is you actually have them in a conversation. So if they like your offer, which I'll get onto later, that could be your client. I'm going to explain. So we're not, just to be clear, market research is not a cover up for a sale. Okay. It literally is market research because it's going to help you to do the things I've told you it's going to do. But here's the thing. When you do the market research, then the people that you're talking to, if they love what you're doing, they're going to ask you more about it. Okay. Now, and if they don't ask you more about it, the other great thing about this is you can start to tailor what your offer is based on what the feedback you get from the market. So it's a win, 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 win. If your offer's not great, the market will tell you. If your offer's great, they'll want it. Okay. So work on that. Okay. So as it comes to market research, how do I do market research? Okay. This is what you need to do. There are 2 ways I'm going to really suggest mainly, but there are other things you can do as well. Number one is you can use your existing network. Okay. Now you know your avatar. Now you know who it is that you're looking for. Go out and ask your people online. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I don't want to ask my friends or my family. I don't want to do that. It sounds icky or whatever. But it's a really good starting place. We're not asking you to sell to them. We're saying, well, hey, do you know someone that fits this actual profile? I'm starting a new program and I'd really love to have a chat with them to really be able to flesh out what I'm going to be teaching my new clients. Okay. So it's a very, very easy, warm, non-salesy approach to be able to find the right people. Okay. And so what you then want to do is you want to be able to use your existing audience, or you can then use your social media audience, okay, or your network online. Now, I'm going to give you a few kind of ideas on what you can say so that you can be able to put it out there today if you want to, right? And see if you get any kickback. So let me just put that on the screen for you 1 second. Me and my little eCam here. So just bear with me while I put that on the screen for you to see. And so I want you to just understand that this is something that you can do ASAP. All right. So what we have here, where is it gone? Oh, where is it gone? Right, yeah, here we are. So there we go. Your existing network. Okay, so here we have. I hope you can see this. Very, very simple script here that you can use. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? I pray you and family are well. Obviously, you can tweak it how you want to tweak it. Just touching base with you to see if I can get some help. I'm carrying out some market research in my program that I'm about to relaunch to help female entrepreneurs get more clients. It will have this in it, and I tell them what it has in it, and it's for this person, tell them who it's for. So I would love to have a quick 15-minute call to help you get more clarity on what the market needs, okay? Would it be possible for me to grab 15 minutes of your time this week? It'd be awesome if we could, okay? And if that's not them particularly you're reaching out to, then all you need to do is then just ask them if they know anybody who has that profile, okay? So this is one script you can use for your existing network, those of you know that might fit your profile, or you can ask them, do you know somebody who has this, that fits this profile? This is what I'm doing. I'd love to get some feedback, okay? One script. Social media. I still use Facebook groups, and not everybody likes using them, but they still work if you use them in the right way. Now, there are LinkedIn groups, there are other groups online that you can use, but LinkedIn groups, they're not as active as I've seen Facebook groups are. And even though, yes, Facebook has changed over the years, there are still ways for you to get clients from there, okay? How? So here's a script you can use. But before I tell you we'll go through the scripts, I want you to understand that you have to offer help first. So don't just go to groups and post this out. Spend a bit of time engaging, having conversations, 15 minutes if you have to, before you post. Spend a bit of time just finding out, okay, what do my people actually need to know? So here is a good post that people use. So I'm looking for 5 female entrepreneurs that struggle with their brand identity. This is to help me with market research. If you don't have a cohesive brand or would like to improve your brand, I'd love to have a quick chat with you. Happy to give you some tips as well. Let me know if this is for you. Very simple. Now, here's the thing that you have to really understand when it comes to this, okay? And what you want to really get clear, okay? Make sure that you, when it comes to using the groups, all right, you want to ensure that you don't just post in any random group. Think about what complements what you do. Think about, so for example, if you are a health coach, I'm not saying go to another group where they do exactly what you do there. You can do, nothing wrong with that, to be honest with you, but think broader, think wider. Okay, so if you're a health coach, you help mums to lose weight, maybe go to a mum and babies group, all right? So they have the mums there who likely it complements what you do. Think about things that complement what you do. It's the easiest place to go to, okay? So don't just think about your competitor straight away. Think about what complements, how you can be of addition and help to them, and you're not stepping on anyone's toes in that group, okay? The other thing is to offer help first. Answer questions for people, comment, engage. Don't be the lazy person that goes in there and just posts anyhow. And also don't just expect your post on your personal page to do the heavy lifting. You've got to go out there. One thing I say is that there's 2 ways to get clients. You can get found or go fishing. Getting found, if you're new, is the slow way. And unfortunately, many do it. Get found means you stay on your profile, you expect someone when you post, you expect magically that God will send you people to your profile and the ideal clients, and hey, there's a client. Now that can happen if you already have an audience and they're already engaged and they know you, great. But if you're brand new, you have no audience, you posting on your profile expecting God to bring your person to you is not a strategy, okay? You need to go and fish for them, and you need to go and find them based on what it is that you do. Now, there's other ways to do things, and here's the other thing I want to make sure you understand. Please, 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 please understand this. If you want to grow online, you must understand that every platform has a different way of growing. Every platform has a different algorithm, and every platform has a different strategy that is best suited for you to be seen, visible, and to grow. Why do I say this? Because if you want to use the same strategy here, like a Facebook for like say Instagram, it it's not going to be the same because this same post you're going to have to turn it into a reel, or you're going to change it up because reels on Instagram is what will help you to grow, not just a static post. So understand that so you can really move forward. Now, how do we actually get you going to land a client? Now, this is the third and final step. Is what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to collaborate. Collaboration is one step. Basically, sorry, podcast interviews, live stream collaborations, email swaps. That is the third thing you can do. But to be honest with you, it's something that I would say is the last thing I would say because it's a longer route to get clients. But these are another way to get clients, and I completely forgot about that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this in. But lastly is book a sales call after for those that are interested to hear more. And that's exactly how my client did it. So exactly what she did was she essentially, oh, see, look at that wrong screen. Look at me. Look at this. You can see this is so like, listen, anyway, you guys get the point, right? So this is exactly what she did. Okay. She had market research calls. Someone was interested. And then she said, okay, go ahead, book another call. And that was a sales call. Okay. And so it doesn't have to be difficult. You just have to understand what you're doing. And so if any of you are interested, I actually do run a 5-day challenge where I go through this in so much detail. I give you even more scripts. I give you the exact things to say on the call. I give you other templates as well so you can actually activate that. And so if you are somebody that you know you want to get your first client in the next week, okay, or the next couple of days, depending when I'm running it. I run my challenges regularly, so just check when the next one is. I highly recommend you get a VIP ticket if you can, because the VIP ticket will help you to have contact with me, and we can talk about more about your messaging and your communication, so it's clear as you go out to the marketplace. But this is a very simple way for you to be able to land clients online as a coach, especially, and you're brand new. Okay, it's easy, it's casual. Honestly, it works, okay? It works if you work it. And if you go into my page, let me quickly show you if I can show you my page. If you go into my page, you'll see that, really, truly, people are getting lots and lots of results because they follow the steps. Okay, so you follow the steps. This is the website. So you go over the steps. If you go down here, there's a little bit of video down there. But if you go in here and what's the all testimonials, we have tons of testimonials. People making money throughout the week, and you're gonna see that too. Listen to there's a ton of videos there you can listen to. And I really run through every single day of the challenge. And then there's more testimonials down here which you can take and run with, so you can be able to actually see results too. Okay, so the be all and end of all of that is that here's the thing. Getting clients online doesn't have to be difficult. You just have to follow the steps. And when you follow the steps, you will see results. So if you can join me, if you've been there before, you can join me again. Hey, I look forward to seeing you. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.